What if Nvidia could lose the throne as the king of AI? Don't get me wrong, Nvidia is the king of artificial intelligence. The company reported $81 billion in revenue, growing at almost 90% year over year. That's not just growth, that's domination. But what I'm about to tell you may be one of the most important AI stories that nobody is talking about. Because Nvidia does dominate the United States, there's one market where Nvidia cannot participate: China. And China happens to be the largest AI market on earth. So today, I'm gonna break down one company that most investors are overlooking, but has truly put themselves in position to knock on the throne. A company that quietly landed one of the biggest AI deals ever seen. A company that maybe positioned itself to become one of NVIDIA's biggest competitors over the next decade. And by the end of this video, you're gonna understand why NVIDIA's success actually strengthens this company, what edge AI is, and why it may become bigger than data centers, and why ByteDance has positioned itself as one of those companies to help this American company. And while Wall Street is looking at NVIDIA and everybody else, this company is slowly creeping up. And so before we get into it, man, I want you to like this. I want you to share it and comment below. Get this to 2,000 likes, y'all, so we can really get in the algorithm. Let's go. Chasing the king of AI. Sometimes the biggest money is made by finding a company that's quietly building the kingdom next door. And the company that we're gonna talk about is Qualcomm. And just hear me how I break this down. Because NVIDIA created the entire opportunity. They are the big dog. Think about it. Every AI model, every chatbot, every image generator, every AI assistant, every autonomous robot, every self-driving car, every AI data center, they all start with what's called compute. And NVIDIA owns compute. And that's why the company has one of the most valuable pieces of equipment in the world. It is the most valuable company in the world by far. But NVIDIA isn't stopping at data centers. Now they're moving into what's called edge AI. And this is where the story gets interesting, because edge AI may become the next $1 trillion market. Okay, let's break that down a little bit. Before we get into the details of this Qualcomm deal, I need you to understand how this is happening. So think about edge AI this. AI running on a device, AI on a smartphone, AI on a laptop, AI in robots, AI in factories, and AI in cars. Right? So today, most AI is like calling a giant brain across the country, right? But edge AI puts a brain directly inside of a device. That's right. So phones, think Teslas, think humanoid robots, think smart factories, think drones, right? This is edge AI. Now, nobody is better positioned for that world than Qualcomm. So now that we understand what edge AI is, let's break down Qualcomm, right? Now, the old Qualcomm only focused on smartphone chips, mobile connectivity, wireless patents, and some of the biggest consumers was Samsung and Apple. And Apple tried for years to try to get rid of them, but they couldn't do it, right? Now, the reality is Qualcomm is slowly becoming something bigger. AI chips, data centers, cars, PCs, robots, and industrial AI. Now just bear with me, because I need you to understand what Qualcomm is so that we can get into this deal and I can show you how this deal with China actually puts them in position to knock on the throne. So let me give you this. The stock market may stop valuing Qualcomm as a smartphone company and start valuing it as an AI infrastructure company. That's right. And that's where the real upside lives at, because the market is not looking at it no longer as just, hey, y'all make chips for phones. Now, let's think about this ByteDance deal that they have. And this is the kind of meat and potatoes that I want to talk about right here. ByteDance owns TikTok. ByteDance is building AI. ByteDance spending billions of dollars, needs more AI chips, needs more servers, needs cooling, needs infrastructure. Let's go to Nvidia then. Well, Nvidia can't service that market because Nvidia can't sell in China. And then because they have restrictions. So let's keep it simple. We're not gonna put politics in it. We're not gonna put business in it. Nvidia just can't sell in China. And that's where Qualcomm come in at. Now let's explain this, because this is a big deal right here. right? Wall Street isn't excited because of one customer. They're just not excited because they got ByteDance. Wall Street is excited because this proves that Qualcomm can compete. Nobody got excited when Broadcom signed one custom chip deal. People got excited when investors realized it could sign 10 more. So now you see Broadcom now designing custom chips for everybody, right? So let's break that down so we can understand this. So Broadcom creates custom AI chips for hyperscalers and massive AI revenues. What they get out of that, right? So Wall Street rewarded them for saying, hey, we see what y'all doing, y'all can compete. So now, can Qualcomm do the same? Right? Let's think about first the biggest parts of their company. So this is the one that people miss. And this is why I really want us to see this. The ByteDance deal is one thing, but here's the next part. So cars are now becoming computers, right? ADASs, digital cockpits, autonomous driving, connectivity, software updates. Cars are now becoming like AI assistants, right? Well, that's what Qualcomm is leading at. That's their second biggest business. That's growing the fastest. Right? But then the next part of that business that's the biggest is the smartphone. So they still dominate that. But think about when you merge the smartphone and the car. Think about now. Our cars connect to our phone. Music, calling, computers, we can work. Now the autonomous cars, you can work while you're driving. That's Broadcom. Well, here's where Edge AI comes in at. Now you have the phones, the computers, the robots, the factories, the medical devices, the drones. This is all the Edge AI, military. This is the thing that Qualcomm is slowly creeping up on, and they're getting into the data centers. So now every device becomes intelligent, and every device needs a chip, and every chip needs AI, and Qualcomm sits in the middle. Wall Street not just gonna bet on Qualcomm for TikTok, not for smartphones or laptops. They know that already. They're betting on Qualcomm because they feel like Qualcomm can get another ByteDance, another sovereign AI project, another hyperscaler, another enterprise customer, because one customer changes everything. 10 customers changes the valuation of a business, right? So imagine China is the biggest AI market in the world, and Broadcom didn't just sign a one-term deal, they signed a multi-deal with China, which means they have access to that by themselves. So Nvidia is still dominant, AMD is still competition, Apple has internal chips, but the great opportunity always comes from uncertainty. And everybody is looking at Nvidia. I get it. And they should. Nvidia is still the king, but investing isn't always about buying yesterday's winners. It's about identifying where the new wave of growth is forming. Nvidia dominates the data centers. Qualcomm is trying to dominate the edge and introduce themselves into the data centers. And with China as a customer, they found a fountain of revenue that nobody else has tapped into yet. And China is struggling to make advanced AI chips. Well, Wall Street eventually will stop calling Qualcomm a smartphone company and start calling it what it is, an AI infrastructure company. And that could completely change how investors value the business moving forward. Now, let's go just a little bit deeper with me on this, right? The stock is up $52 year to date, which is about 30% year to date. And that is amazing. Why? Because they have two more chips coming up this year, the AI 200 and the AI 250. The AI 200 comes out in 2026 later this year. The AI 250 comes in 2027. They're also going to have cooling systems and all interface for AI. They're doing that for China by itself. ByteDance is the biggest company, one of the biggest companies in China. Qualcomm has that. Nvidia can't meet over there. Now, again, I'm not saying that Nvidia isn't going to keep killing it. Again, bringing in $81 billion in one quarter is massive. But imagine if you are the company that holds China down by yourself. That's an untapped market for a lot of US companies. And so what happens when countries and companies see that Qualcomm can hold down China? It opens the floodgates for new companies. And so while data centers and edge AI are nice on Nvidia's balance sheet, what happens when some of that market shifts? And that's why I truly feel that Qualcomm is a slept-on stock, and we should be paying more attention to it. It's your boy, the Wall Street Trapper, man. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video with somebody. I'll see y'all in the next one, man. Salute.